Media promotes an unrealistic beauty standard for the youth. It has been proven and proven again that media implants low self-esteem in youth as young as 7 years old. Low self-esteem is a thinking disorder in which an individual views him or herself as inadequate, unlovable, and incompetent. Once formed, this negative system affects every thought, producing faulty assumptions and ongoing self-defeating behavior. As I was doing research, I learned that more than half of the women in the world would like to change how they look. I think that's extremely sad with how low self-esteem is around the world. From the clinical neuroscience department, a study showed that 13% of people with low self-esteem have committed suicide, and 25% have at least committed suicide. I've worked a lot with the youth as a tumbling coach, and I've seen how some truly battle with the low self-esteem, and I've even lost some of my athletes due to suicide, and it's so sad for the community and especially for their families. Movies and magazines have always been criticized for perpetuating unrealistic beauty standards. I just want you to look at this picture of the beauty magazine, and if you think about it, like professional actors and actresses generate low self-esteem among women and especially for the youth. Most of these actresses go on extreme diets to build their figure, or to keep their figure, while a lot of male actors take unhealthy substances to build their muscle mass. Some of these have to lose up to 30 pounds within weeks, and some of the males even have to gain up to 30 pounds within weeks before doing their shoots. From the University of South Australia, researchers have discovered a link between increased use of social networking sites and the internalization of thin ideal, which is the degree to which women strive to achieve an ideally slim female body. So basically, in other words, it's like the more time the youth are spending on social media and social media sites, the more they start to think that they need to look a certain way to be good enough to fit in with the people around them. Youth that struggle with this low self-esteem, they yearn for that feeling of acceptance and to be wanted from the people around them. And a lot of the times they'll go to extremes to find that acceptance that they're searching for. Among high school students, 44% of girls and 15% of guys are attempting to lose weight. That's over half of the high school students that are not happy with the way they look. That's so sad. And over 70% of girls ages 15 to 17 avoid normal daily activities such as attending school when they don't feel good about how they look that day. I've seen my little sister do this, who just turned 15 years old, I think, last month. Yeah, she's 15. But I've seen her do this, where she wakes up late and she says she's having a bad hair day. And she tries to pretend she's sick, or she will flat out just say, I can't go to school. I don't look good enough. And it's really sad, but she's a great example of someone who does struggle with self-esteem. More than 40% of boys in middle school and high school, so between ages 12 and 18, regularly exercise with the goal to increase their muscle mass. And this is because media is promoting big, strong men that are attractive. And also 75% of girls with low self-esteem report engaging in negative activities like cutting themselves, bullying other people, smoking, drinking, and other really scary, unhealthy disorders with eating. This compares to the 25% of girls with higher self-esteem. Now, I do not think that media is the only source of low self-esteem. Self-esteem can come from problems such as having a bad home environment, maybe having an abusive parent or something like that. But statistics do show that low self-esteem is caused by media intake. So I just want you to think of what you can do to make that difference. What can we do about the media? We can't change it overnight. We're obviously not going to change how the media promotes people overnight. And Hollywood can't be swayed within a week. But we can do something today that will make a difference. I found a journalist, an amazing journalist named Fran Hayden, and they give 3 suggestions to help youth overcome their low self-esteem problems. The first one is to share compliments. This can be as simple as saying, "Hey, I like your sweatshirt," or "Hey, your hair looks awesome today." A lot of the youth don't really know how to accept compliments, so if you're closer with that youth, you can also teach them how to accept compliments, that way that you know that they're going to take it and say, "Hey, that meant a lot to me." The second suggestion is to help them learn how to serve others or help others. We all have had experiences where we've helped other people, and it makes you feel so good. Not only does it make you feel good, it also helps you think less about yourself. And so when we're helping others who struggle with how they think they look or how they think they feel, if you help them to look at other people, it can help boost their self-esteem and confidence. Then the third one is to actively uplift. This can be a little bit more tricky because there's not ABC, this is how you have to do it. But this can be as simple as if you hear a funny joke and you think it will make someone else laugh, you need to share that. Or for us as a class, if we find a really uplifting spiritual quote, we can share that with someone who might be struggling with self-esteem. And you never know what kind of difference that can make in their life. So I just had a personal experience with this. I coached a girl named Gabby and actually cheered with her on the same team, and I don't really remember the experience she brought up to me. About a year and a half ago, she messaged me and told me about how one day I had said something that meant a lot to her. I complimented how she had looked or something like that. And little did I know she had been struggling with depression, and she had actually had a plan to commit suicide. And because I had said that one thing in that moment, it had changed her mind. So that shows how if we share compliments and help others learn how to help other people around them, and also just actively be uplifting, it can make the world of difference. Thank you.